F.I.R.E. made it a reality, but by this time next year, I might not be an artist anymore.
Instead, I'm gonna be somewhere on the other side of the globe, living out a dream we've been working on for a very long time.
But is this dream really worth the risk of losing something that I've worked my entire life to build? Stick around to the end and you'll find out how I really feel. Yeah, we're leaving Hawaii. I mean, who wants to leave Hawaii? But our plan is to travel for an entire year. We're gonna be living in 3 different areas around the Seattle area, a month at a time, just to kind of, just to check it out and see what area we want to live in. And then we're heading to Colorado for our son's graduation. That's when the real adventure starts. We're going to head to New York after that for a few days, and then sail across the pond to the UK. And we're going to spend 5 months traveling around the UK. And it's not just a vacation either. We're going to spend 1 month at a time in different areas. I think we're going to be in London, Southampton, Scotland, Ireland. Maybe not Ireland. Is Ireland part of the UK? I don't remember. And we really want to go all in on this adventure, but there's more to this story than just travel plans. I haven't mentioned it before, but my wife and I are part of the F.I.R.E. community. No, not that FIRE. Financial independence, retire early. We're both retired. I retired 3 years ago at the age of 55, and my wife retired 4 months ago? 5 months ago? At the age of 45. Yeah, she's a lot younger than me.
I cannot believe I actually did it. Like, I'm done. I don't have to work again. Ever.
Yes, I know.
How about that?
So what is this FIRE thing, and why did we decide to go all in? Well, after spending 3 years paying off $40,000 in consumer debt, well, more on that part later. What's next? Where do we want to go from here?
Yeah, I think we can actually do this.
You
I
think
do,
so?
yeah.
This whole FIRE movement thing was a lot more than just saving money. There's 3 pillars to build wealth, and we decided to go all in on all 3. So there's investing, business, or owning a business, and real estate. It would take too long to go into all those right now, so we'll just start with investing. Basically, we kept it simple. Biggest thing we did was everything went into index funds. Highly recommend the book, The Simple Path to Wealth by Jim Collins. We actually met Jim in 2014 before he even wrote this book, and we hung out with him for a weekend at FinCon. But talking to him, it solidified our investment strategy. That's the way we were gonna go. And none of this happened overnight. Our financial independence journey started with some pretty tough decisions. At the time we started this journey, we lived in a 2,400 square foot home, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and with 4 kids, it was perfect for the 6 of us. But yeah, we had to make the tough decision to move into a 3-bedroom home with 1 bathroom. And 4 of those 6 people, girls. Ugh. Girls plus 1 bathroom, that equals some work. That wasn't easy, but it's all about scheduling bathroom time. What else can you do? And that was probably the toughest decision we made, but looking back on it, it was the best decision we made. We saved probably $1,500 to $2,000 a month just by doing that one move. It was tight, but we knew what we wanted, and we were working towards something bigger, and this is the fastest way we were going to get there. And as we work towards this goal, we want to teach our kids also. So I remember sitting down with our middle daughter. She had just turned 19 and had her first job, and they had a 401k. I showed her an investment chart of 2 people, one person who invested for 5 years and then stopped for the next 20, and one person who did not invest for that first 5 years, but invested for the next 20. At the end of the day, the person who invested early and not as much money ended up with way more. And she was still living at home, so I encouraged her to invest as much as she possibly could. She invested 40% of her paycheck, I would say 2 years, 2.5 years, until she got married, and then she dropped it down to 10. She quit that job 3 years ago, and when she quit, she had, I want to say 25,000 in the account. I don't know the numbers for sure, but I just texted her yesterday. That account is now worth $74,000. If she doesn't touch it, doesn't add a thing, and it gets an average return of 8%, which is not unreasonable for the index funds, she'll have $1 million by the time she's 60. That's crazy. When I told her that, she was blown away, and I hope she's thankful that her father encouraged her, or made her save, or guilted her into saving. I don't know what it was, but she's happy. But here's where things get tricky. With all this traveling, am I going to have the opportunity and time to pursue my art career? It's a question I've been thinking about a lot. Art has always been a part of my life, and more so lately, and I don't want to lose that. But the reality is, life might take me in a different direction, and I have to be okay with that. I mean, maybe I'll find new art inspiration on the road, or this could be the end of a chapter. I'm still trying to figure that out.
And none of this would have been possible if we hadn't hit rock bottom financially. And for us, that rock bottom was actually my wife having to go on a work trip. She was going to have to front the cost of the flights and the hotel, and we couldn't do it. We didn't have room on a credit card. We didn't have, obviously, cash because we were in debt. Living paycheck to paycheck. That's when we just thought something's got to change. We can't do this anymore. And that's when we discovered Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. We were all in. We used his snowball method to eliminate our debt within, I think it was 3 years. And then we just kept pushing forward. We love his quote, "Live like no one else now, so you can live like no one else later." We did, and now we are. Who gets to travel for a year, especially at 58 and 45? So is this year of travel the end of my art career? Honestly, I don't know. But I do know that this is a once-in-a-life opportunity for us, and I'm willing to take the risk and see where it all lands. But no matter what, I have no regrets. Neither one of us do. We've worked really hard to get here, and we're going to enjoy it. If you want to follow along and see where I end up in this journey, where we end up, follow along on our travels, I'm sure I'll be posting from all over. Subscribe, ring the bell, like and share. Thanks for watching.